Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. If you don't know me, nice to meet you. My name is Pompberry. If you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. It's great to see you here. Today, I'm doing this cracked glitter skull for you guys, and it's actually based off a face-up of a ball-jointed doll. Now, a face-up is essentially makeup for dolls. It's when someone repaints a doll to make them look extra awesome. And this one is done by Sarah of Pint Size Palace. A lot of people customize their collector dolls, and that's what Sarah does. And I really like this design of hers, so I thought I'd do it for Halloween. And before I start the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get to it. Alright, so I've already gone ahead and covered up my brows. If you want to learn how to do that, I'm going to link it up here and down below. Then I'm going to prep my skin with a Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I apply this to the oiliest areas of my face and rub it in. Then I like to color correct with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in yellow to cover up my blemishes. I just dot it wherever necessary and then blend it out with my finger using a tapping motion. That way you get a better bang for your buck, so that the product isn't spread too thinly and you get good coverage out of it. Then going in with the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation in the color Pale. I'm applying it all over, and this is way lighter than my natural skin tone, but I didn't want to go for a white foundation, so I went as pale as possible. Then going in with the Makeup Forever Flash Palette, I'm going to be using the salmon color from this, and this is kind of going to be the base for all my shadows. I'm applying it mostly around the mouth and the eyes. Then going in with a Makeup Forever Color Stick in the color M100, it's just black. I'm going to start kind of contouring and shading certain areas. I was using a brush to blend it out, but this product is so creamy that I actually like going in with my fingers because the heat of the fingers help to melt the product and blend it out even further. Then going in with a Makeup Forever Color Stick in the color M602, this is just a brown. I'm using it to intensify certain areas and get a better transition from the salmon to the black. Now I know this looks kind of splotchy and kind of crazy, but trust me, this is what I'm going for. I was basically just following the reference image at this point, so it is going to look a little crazy if you don't know what I'm referencing. I'm going to leave a link to it down below, but basically I'm just creating washes of color that I'm going to draw on top of. Then going in with the Wolf face paint in the color black, I'm starting to draw in my lines, and I'd say this is not really an abstract skull, but the lines are very loose and organic. Like the cracks in the forehead feel very much almost like butterfly wings to me. The pattern is so like rounded out and very, I think organic is the best way to describe it. The lines also feel kind of sketched on because they're very loose and they have a good flow to them. And they're all kind of connected. So you can kind of have fun with it at this point. Just kind of go with the flow. I was trying to be faithful to the original design and get it as accurate as possible, but I'd say with a design like this, you can totally change things up and just do whatever comes naturally to you in terms of all the lines. Basically, you just want to have the main structure of a skull, so you want to make sure to draw in the cheekbone and the jawbone, but other than that, you're pretty much free to sketch in whatever patterns you like. And the teeth I find are also super abstract too. And they feel very corpse painty to me, which is weird because this look is covered in glitter, so the last thing you'd think of is corpse paint. Now going in with a Creepy Cute palette, I'm going to be using the color Void, which is a matte black. And I'm using this to kind of set the cream colors, and also to start giving the look a bit of dimension and volume. I'm applying it close to the edges to make it seem like there's volume there. I'm also intensifying it around my eyes, mainly in the outer corners. I'm also going over all the lines I did on the forehead to kind of blur them out a little bit, and shading under my bottom lip to make it look really pouty. This is a detail in dolls that I absolutely love, is the way they shade around the lips. Now I'm taking the black face paint and really saturating it with water so that I can flick my brush and create these splatter effects. I'm also going in and drawing little freckles to complement the splattering effect, to concentrate the effect more on some areas. Since the splattering effect is quite random, the splattering sometimes doesn't go as well as you want it to, so I always like to go in and draw my own little freckles in areas that I want to make sure have that effect. And be careful when splattering, kids. You can get it all over. Make sure you're not wearing nice clothes or anything. Then I'm using that black eyeshadow again to shade around the lips, just giving them a lot more depth by shading the inner part of the lips. Then I'm going in with a NYX Epic Ink Liner, and I'm kind of just covering my entire eyelid in this. I'm not really doing a cat eye or anything, I just want my lid to be super dark. And lining my bottom lash line too. Then I'm setting it with a black eyeshadow to make sure it doesn't crease or transfer because my eyelids are really oily. I'm also setting the hollows of my cheeks with a black eyeshadow to get rid of some of that shine and to deepen the color even more. Then going in with the William Tuttle Color Foundation in the color Elvira, I'm going to start highlighting. I'm taking it on a really small lip brush and applying it around the edges and in areas that I want to give volume to. So the center of my cheeks, for example. I'm also highlighting the teeth and around the eyes. This just adds a little touch of light to the look because it can get quite dark and muddy. So this just helps to bring out all the detailing that you did. And basically just applying it to the edges of the lines that I drew on my forehead. I'm also highlighting my Cupid's bow and the bottom of my bottom lip to make it look really, really pouty. Then I'm going in with some black glitter, and I'm using the Lit glitter base for this. I'm just applying it to my lids over where I applied the liner to. Now, black glitter isn't as visible as most glitters, but it does give a nice effect. I'm also applying it to the hollows of my cheeks. The brush was holding me back, so I decided to go in with my fingers. Then I'm going in with some holographic black glitter, and I'm just patting it on. You can see here the holographic glitters are more noticeable, but I didn't want to just apply the holographic glitter so it wouldn't be so overpowering. I'm also applying a bit to my lids and doing the same thing on my nose. Then going in with the Strobe Cosmetics glitter in the color Atlas and some corn syrup, I'm mixing the two together to create glitter tears. Now, I'm not going too close to my eyes. Do not put corn syrup in your eyes, folks. I went close, but not too close. I made sure to apply it at a safe distance where it wouldn't get into my eyes. Now, this glitter is a holographic silver, and it's got different size glitters in it, so it gives a really, really beautiful shimmery effect. And I'm just applying this with a Q-tip so that I can throw it away once I'm done, because corn syrup is gross and I don't want it on my brushes. And it's really, really thick, so it's not gonna drop down like normal tears would, so you have to draw the whole trail of tears. Although I gotta say, if you do add too much, it will kind of move as time goes on, and you'll find yourself with a big glob of corn syrup on the bottom of your chin, and that happens to me, and you're gonna see it later. Then I'm going in with the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm using that to apply the Atlas glitter close to my eyes. As I said, I don't want corn syrup in my eyes, but you can make it look like the tears are there just by going in and applying actual makeup products instead of syrup. Once that's done, I'm going to finish my look off by putting on my wig and applying some clear gloss on my lips, and that's it. I really hope you like this look. Do you collect any ball jointed dolls? I personally don't own any. I've always wanted to. I love them. I think they're the most gorgeous thing in the world, but it's a hobby that unfortunately is too pricey for me, but I think they're the most gorgeous thing in the world, and I'd love to at least own one at some point in my life. If only just so I could do face-ups on it all the time. I really hope you like this. I had tons of fun doing it. I feel that this is really different from something I would do normally, so I really enjoyed doing it. Like, this is a completely different style of painting. And before filming this outro, I actually took the pictures to get the makeup as fresh as possible, because when you're dealing with gloss and liquidy things, they tend to run, and that is the case here. You can see that my tears balled up here at the bottom, but they don't run any more than that. They're not gonna fall off because corn syrup does kind of solidify, so yeah. I was really afraid that the gloss was gonna smudge all this that I had going on, but so far so good. If you want to make this look wearable all night to a party, I suggest skipping the gloss because that will probably smudge over time. And maybe using less corn syrup than I did so that your tears don't ball up at the bottom like this. I did get a little carried away with it. But yeah, I feel like this is a super glamorous yet still kind of creepy and weird look. So I think it's kind of best of both worlds. If you do end up doing this for Halloween, please let me know. I would love to see it. And don't forget to come back tomorrow for another Halloween tutorial. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!